What we need to do with TFT in particular I find really useful. It's more an internal process, so you will do similar what they call algorithms of tapping on specific points on the body, but you will think about what you're trying to reprogram. Whereas EFT is more vocalised, so you'll actually speak out the words as you're doing it. It's the main difference. But there's obviously some other differences as well that you can, once you dig a bit deeper, you can find out how it all works. This is going to be a very sort of simple, basic pattern that you can use to help if you're feeling anxious. This particular pattern is TFT, thought field therapy. The thought behind it is that where there is a blockage in that very subtle energy flow, you will manifest some kind of symptom somewhere. So we're looking to try and disrupt that blockage and then realign your energy flow so it all starts to get back to how it's supposed to be running. And the simple way to do that is by tapping, using two of your fingers, tapping on certain energy points, which will disrupt that blockage, unblock, and allow the energy to start passing through the way it's meant to. Now, when this is combined with things such as acknowledging where your emotional imprints might be, looking at root causes and behaviours that have been programmed in for a long time. When this is all combined together, it's really powerful. You have to look at what's going on inside, find the problems where they first start to manifest, look at the root cause of what's going on in your life, and then find those strategies to remove and reprogram. And EFT and TFT are just a couple of ways to do that. Now, I know a lot of people that I come across and a lot of my clients that have coaching, counselling sessions, therapy sessions, really struggle with anxiety, which seems to be what most people have in some way or another. The symptoms that people will display will range anywhere from a full-blown anxiety attack to having consistent chronic headaches or just having very nervous feelings. There's always the root cause of it comes down to that kind of fear response, anxiety state that people find themselves in just because life is what it is. So I thought that would be the best algorithm for me to teach you right now. But there are more, and I will probably do a few more videos that I'll post on YouTube. And of course you can do some research and find yourself a practitioner. So what we're going to do on this one is we're just going to consider the fact that we feel anxious. That there is a feeling of anxiety in my body. I recognise that, I know it's there, but I still love and accept myself unconditionally regardless of the fact that I'm experiencing some anxiety. And what you're going to do is you're going to rate how anxious you feel on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being not at all and 10 being I feel really anxious. If you're currently in a situation where you feel anxious and you're using it to stop that, then obviously it's easy to score. If you're looking at preventative measures or you're looking at just practicing this, then you need to bring back the last time you felt anxious. Revisit that in your mind. Where were you? What was happening? Bring back the sights and the smells and the sounds, and that should elicit that feeling back in your body somewhere. And just recognise where you can feel it. What characteristics does it have, where does it live, and then you should be able to score it on a level of 1 to 10. The last time you were anxious, how did it feel, how strongly? Once you've done that, you can write it down, and then we can use that as a baseline to how well we can recover from that and bring it down. Okay, so you're going to start off with what's called the karate chop point. And you're going to tap with 2 fingers, whichever hand you prefer, on that spot, right in between your wrist and your knuckle. Then you're going to repeat, even though I'm feeling anxious, I still accept myself totally and unconditionally. Now you can add in there the word love, which I like to do. Some people have a hard time expressing self-love. But if you can do it, even though I'm experiencing anxiety, I still love and accept myself completely. Even though I'm experiencing anxiety, I still love and accept myself completely. Even though I'm experiencing anxiety, I still love and accept myself completely. Just repeat that a few times while you're tapping on your karate chop point. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go through this particular TFT system whilst in your mind just considering that you're feeling anxiety. Okay, and I want you to tap just under your eye. And in your mind just think about anxiety, what it means to you. And you do that roughly 5 times. 5 times is all it needs. Okay, then you're going to tap under your arm, bra strap point for ladies, you can see. Just think about anxiety and what it means to you, how it feels. Then you're going to move on to that collarbone point. Just think about anxiety, how anxiety feels. We'll just repeat that under the eye, thinking about anxiety. Under the arm, just think about anxiety, what it feels to be anxious. Collarbone. Just thinking about anxiety. And if you keep repeating that pattern, every now and again, it might take 1 or 2, it might take 5 or 10. After every couple of times you've repeated it, just have a look in your body for anxiety and just rate it again on a scale of 1 to 10. And you will find that it will come down. Just by tapping on those points, releasing the blockages that relate to anxiety, your level of anxiety will reduce. Once you get that roundabout to a level 4 or below, preferably to a level 1, but you may not be able to release it completely, keep going until you get to at least a 4, hopefully less. And then you need to specifically seal in what you've reprogrammed so that you don't just climb back up again.